What's up everyone, InSanoFlux here, and in this video I want to spotlight a modder by the name of Moburma80, who has recently released several mods for Fallout New Vegas that restores cut content and or unfinished content for Fallout New Vegas. Some of the things were cut just because of console requirements and restrictions, or just because Obsidian, the developer studio, ran out of time to implement them correctly. Anyways, the restoration series is called New Vegas Uncut, and this includes 10 separate downloads and an optional 11th. And I'll go over most of them, although not in great detail since there's a lot of material to cover, but I'll highlight some of the more best new restorations at the excluded content that Moburma 80 has added. So first let's start off with my favorite, which is the Strip Open, which is actually a finished version of another modder's work that makes it so that there's no gates separating the sections of this strip. Unfortunately, the mod author previously that made this first version didn't have the time to finish the mod thoroughly, and it was abandoned for about a year or so with a couple of game-breaking bugs. So Moburma80 learned how to mod, fixed this mod up, so now it fits in perfectly with the vanilla game, and it even restores a few missing things like the second Tops promoter and his previously unseen dialogue. The strip open is truly essential for anyone playing Fallout New Vegas, and I highly recommend it. And the next one is Freeside Open, which is similar to the Strip Open. And basically, what this does is that Freeside was designed to be a much larger version with many more NPCs and random events, and is supposed to be joined in all the rolled spaces. So, what Freeside Open does is it combines a section of the Freeside that has the Kings, for instance, the other section that you enter in when you're first traveling to New Vegas, and the Mormon Fort as well. And basically, just Freeside was supposed to be much larger and with more NPCs and random events, but unfortunately those were cut with the console restrictions in mind, and of course they ran out of time. But anyways, this will add a ton of more detail, and like I said, emerges two different world spaces along with the Mormon Fort part, all into the same space, and it is pretty taxing on PC performance as well, so be aware of that. Some features of Freeside Open include that Freeside is now one coherent world space, like I've said about 3 times, so NPCs can go everywhere, anywhere, wherever they want in the city with dramatic improvements to gameplay and immersion since it's one big zone. And gamblers will be traveling from Freeside on their way to the strip and casinos, and you'll see a constant stream of civilians going around. And also added by the mod are a whole bunch of squatters because originally Freeside was supposed to be verging on civil war due to the tension between the huge number of NCR squatters and the locals. The squatters will occasionally try to rush the strip gates to get in with predictable consequences. They get shot and killed, of course. And this was originally supposed to be used in the vanilla game, but it was never implemented correctly. So now it's with the New Vegas Uncut series, it's implemented correctly. And there's a couple of cutscenes and quests that are restored. Rotface was previously a cut quest, and this can be completed. And some other ones have been resolved as well. So there's a lot of stuff, and there's also a cool new feature of having pickpockets, and they might steal your stuff and wander up to you. So be aware of that. New Vegas Uncut Outside Bets is another third kind of package for New Vegas that restores many small content cuts that were excluded from the original game, of course. This mod re-enables about 100 NPCs removed by official patches to alleviate console-saved game sizes, and this adds a lot of stuff, including maimed troopers who are supposed to be found in Forlorn Hope, and also a couple of random battles that were supposed to take place between the NCR and Legion troops out there. It restores about 100 lines of dialogue that weren't correctly implemented due to a couple of incorrect dialogue conditions. And for instance, the Securitrons say only about 1/3 of their dialogue due to the missing dialogue topics, so that's been fixed as well. Overall, there's a ton more content added by the Fallout Vegas Uncut series by Moburma80 that's definitely worth a check out, and I highly recommend at least getting Outside Bets, Freeside Open, and the Strip Open, but just be wary because Freeside Open is a big hit on performance. You might know this video kind of chops up in little areas, and Strip Open is pretty intensive on performance as well. But yeah, I would recommend at least checking out those three. I put the download links for those mods in the video description below, and I also put a link to his Nexus profile to check out as well. Anyways, thanks for watching this quick Fallout New Vegas modder spotlight, and I'll put the download links for the mods described in this video in the video description below. Thanks for watching. See ya.